Hi guys, it's Shipface here, and in this video I'll be taking you on a full tour of MSC World Europa. This is one of their brand new classes of ship, and they bring out a few more over the next couple of years, so you definitely want to check this tour out. Now come along with me and take a tour of this World Europa. If you have any questions about the cruise ship, just put them in the comments below, I'll be more than happy to answer. Now starting on deck 5, we have La Forgia. We're going to just start right here and say my pronunciations for some of the restaurants. Not going to be good. This is one of the main dining room restaurants on board MSC World Europa. So you would find out what restaurant you would get when you get on the ship, and it would be on your cruise card what time and what place and what table. I was 5:30, I didn't really want that. I was only here for 2 nights, so I kind of left it. But if you're not happy with your time, you can always go to the restaurant maitre d' and they will also change for you if they have availability in other places. Moving up to deck 6, we have World Galleria. This is a 3-story Galleria, and it is like the main heart of the ship. Now starting at deck 6 at the front, we have this telephone box. Then you have the MSC bike tour. Then at the front of deck 5 you have Luna Park, which consists of a few things. The first thing is Luna Park Arena. This would be a multi-use area, and they would do like shows, activities, games. They do lots in here. Some more seats could be pulled out, like retractable, so lots would go on in here. Also included in it is Games Arcade. This was the arcade, one of 2 on board MSC World Europa, and this is of course extra charge. A few things out of order, but the bus ones were working on the day I got there, and then they were not the day after when I got off. But yeah, lots of different arcade machines, and not too badly priced as well. Then also next to that you have the 5D cinema, not 4D. This will be included in the Fun Pass if you do pre-order that. You have 3 different settings, and here are the prices of all the activities in the next shop. So if you buy a Fun Pass pre-boarding or even on board, you get more for your money. Opposite that they had pizza and burger. You guessed it, they did pizza and burger. All included. This was included venue on board. They had loads of arcade machines which were all free, retro ones as well, so really cool. And yeah, it was just a good burger, good pizza. You can't really go wrong. But yeah, this was a really good place. If you didn't want to go to the main dining room or the buffet, this was a good place to go for included food. Now leaving Luna Park and going down the Galleria, we have next cruise or future cruise. This is where you would want to book your cruise if you were enjoying your MSC cruise so much you wanted to book another one straight away before getting off. Next to that you have the first shop, which is like, this is a duty free. They sell a few of like perfumes, chocolates, speakers, electronics, anything really, a few essentials as well. Then you have Jean-Philippe Chocolate and Cafe. This is on quite a few MSC ships now. They sell chocolate. It's all done by Jean-Philippe. They sell ice cream, crepes as well, and then at the back there's a cafe where they do some like hot chocolates and coffees and hot chocolate liqueur or whatever. And then they have the ship model as well in chocolate if that's what you want. Yeah, and this is the cafe bit of the. As I was only on here for 2 days, I did film a lot when it was just closed at ridiculous times of the day, so if it doesn't look set up, that's the reason. Then you have a little boutique clothes shop here as well. They sell handbags, expensive tops, and then you have like little seating areas around the promenade on the lower level, and then you also had lots of good stairs that you could navigate up and down all the different levels as well, which is really good. Then you have the bar on board deck 6. Yeah, this would be the bar that would be like the coffee bar, and it would be open literally, I think I was filming at 6:30, and they were ready to open, and they were basically open. So this would be the bar to go to. And then you have guest services at the end of Galleria. Then you have this long corridor where 3 more main restaurants are. On one side you have Hectagon restaurant. which is very hectagon themed. These two restaurants are basically identical. Again, on your cruise card, you'll see the times and what restaurants you will be in. And on the other side, which we're swinging to now, we have Escagon Restaurant, which looks identical. They are basically, you know, I could actually put the video of the same one and you wouldn't even know it's because they are basically carbon copies of each other. But yeah, everything does the same menu. There's no different menus anywhere. But yeah, this is another main dining room. Then you walk all the way to the back of the ship and you have bubbles. I can't pronounce that one. And this is blue themed. It's not the same as the other ones. So yeah, this one's, you can see that there's bubbles on up there. Bubbles on the carpet as well. And like I said, yeah, it's another main dining room that they have on MSC World Europa. You also have views of the ocean, but it was like 5 in the morning. Moving up to deck 7, we have the World Theatre. This is where they have a few production shows, and they had a magic show while I was on board. The best way to book shows, I would say, is on the big tablets you see outside the lifts or at the end of hallways. You can do it on your app, but I find it easier to do it that way. It tells you how many seats are left, what time, what selection, what area you want to go to. So I would 100%, when you get on board, go to one of those things. You basically just look which shows are, you scan your card, you reserve your slot. So it's they're really easy. Really comfy seats. The magic show is okay. MSC's entertainment can just be okay. It's nothing spectacular, but it does the job. Nice comfy seats as well, may I add. And then you have the second level of the Galleria. You have gentlemen's barbers here, so they have a barber shop on board. So quickly, we're going to go down one side, and then we're going to come back and do the other. So this is like the, if you're on the ship, this is the right hand side of the ship. Then you have Master of the Seas, which is the English style pub on board. They have a few seats outside as well. When you go in, so it looks like this venue is 2 stories, but each level is a different venue, which was a bit strange. I was filming and then realised this wasn't the same. So yeah, they have a few sports on, but when I wanted to watch Arsenal, I was sent to the casino, and it was really weird because they get on and off every single day. It was hardly open when the football was on, and this was like on a Saturday. So yeah, they brew their own beer on board as well. They have a lot of selection, which you saw just before. But yeah, so this one is Master of the Sea. There's a dartboard there as well, and then so like I said, going up these steps, you'll go and enter into a different venue, which we'll talk about when we get onto that deck. So as we carry on walking down the I keep getting it wrong. I keep calling it a promenade. It is a Galleria. We have Hola Tacos and Cantina. This is the Mexican all-you-can-eat. It is a specialty restaurant, and for all you can eat, it is $17.99. And I bet they're on Virtuoso, and it's a very, very delicious. So definitely would recommend there if you just want specialty dining, but not too expensive. It's $17.99 plus 15% gratuities, or 17%. It's a percentage of gratuities. Then you have the MSC shop. If you want anything MSC, model, t-shirt, keyring, this is where you go. Then you have the photo area. If you have any photos taken of you on the ship, this is where you go and buy them. You can buy nice frames and stuff with it as well. Then going down the other side, so at the front of the ship, on the left hand side, you have the studio, TV and bar. This is the karaoke place, and they do different venues in here. They do some quizzes in here as well. Yeah, and so they have a stage there, they have a bar in here, and it seems quite a popular event area of the ship. It doesn't seem that big as well. Karaoke is sometimes very, very popular. So yeah, I'm not sure how busy that actually got. I didn't go in there when the place was actually open. Then you have Butcher's Cut, which is the steak restaurant on board, which again is a speciality. And the tables weren't set because, again, I was filming at a ridiculous time in the morning, so it would look a lot nicer if you actually get there in person. They also had some seating outside as well, on the promenade, but I think it would be nicer if you want a nicer meal to sit inside the place. Then you have the sushi bar and teppanyaki. This would be where you go to reserve any specialty dining. This is the desk you go to, even for steak, anything. This is the sushi pit. And then they have the teppanyaki the other side, but the door's locked and I couldn't get in. So yeah, and they have some chefs there preparing sushi. I ate there on my specialty dining, which I got for being a diamond member. It was very delicious. I had the set menu. Then they have the MSC Foundation, which is like a little shop on board, which you can find out of everything they do about the ocean. And everything you buy in there goes towards a charity. I don't know if it's all of it or if it's just the profits or whatever. And then we have the MSC Signature Casino. This had, I actually saw, 201 slot machines and I think 18 tables. I'm not sure what the tables, but it was definitely 201 slot machines. So I was just like, why is that such a weird number? But yeah, you could also watch sport here at the bar, which I did, but it was closed, so it was really weird. I was sat at a bar in silent, watching the football in silent. It was really weird. But yeah, lots going on here. Nice big bar, and this was non-smoking, this casino as well. Then moving to the back of deck 7, we have the Panorama Lounge. Again, more show would be in here, and yeah, you could book it on, like I said, their tablet or the app. And yeah, it had like weird seating tiered thing. They would block this out. So yeah, it was a really interesting arena. I didn't get to see a show in here, unfortunately. It was sold out for my sailing, or fully booked. But it literally looked like really comfy sofa seating as well. There was also a pool table in here as well. Moving up to deck 8, we have the spa right at the front of the ship. Thermal suite, massage area. I kind of locked myself out of my locker, so I didn't want to go back in there and ask to film because I was embarrassed. Then just outside you had the juice bar. They want all the spa people to come out and spend money on a juice. Here is the menu here and the prices. And then you had another, and this is the last, main dining room, Les Dunes, and it kind of had like a balcony onto the Galleria, which is really interesting. There was actually the main restaurant in there, but then it had like this like balcony, which would be, I think this is nicer than what the butcher's cut would be, because the butcher's cut you were really in the hallway. This one, it's just you're on the side and you can just look over. So I think if you get a table there, that's a really nice area of the ship to sit. So on deck 8 of the Galleria, you can only go down one side. So we're going to go to the other side, and it's the Gin Project. This is the top level of the Master of the Seas. So yeah, Master of the Seas at the bottom, Gin at the top. They have some dartboards here, pool table. It's a bit weird that inside the venue is 2 different venues, but hey, it seems to be very popular, especially the pool table. So there's 2 on the ship, one in here and one in the Panorama Lounge. Yeah, it looks really interesting. And here is the pool table. And you can get a better look at the beers that they make on the ship. So this is the opposite way around, but you get the idea. So basically you have to walk around this corridor to carry on going to the rest of the Galleria. You get to see some stuff about tea, because the next place is about a tea house. And this corridor gets kind of busy, especially when everyone's on board, when you're at a sea day or when you're travelling, and then you'll come straight out at the gin place. A bit of a weird design, maybe they should have put what was in here out back, like move it back and just have like one walkway. A bit strange, but hey, it's just have to make sure you know that corridor's there. So on the other side of that is the tea house. They have a piano in here. They do tea. This is where they serve, like, I didn't really go in here. I don't really know what that is, but it's a tea house. I assume they do tea, different types of tea, and the open times will be just outside the restaurant. And here is the piano. I assume they do some entertainment in the evening. Then you're moving to the champagne bar. So all these places here on deck 8 had an outside area. The tea place did, the place after this, and the champagne bar did. But every time I went to go film it, it was roped off. I don't know if I went in November, that maybe they roped it off and they didn't use it. But they do have outside areas. Maybe it is used for the summer season. But yeah, this is just the champagne bar on board. And this is the mixology bar. This would have it had a DJ booth in it. It wasn't a very big area. They had all the ingredients there. You could see again. This had an outside area, but it was just roped off. So I wasn't going to start opening doors and going over the ropes to see what was there. Then we have the Chef's Garden Kitchen. This was another specialty restaurant on board, and I've not seen this one before, so I'd assume it's exclusive at the moment to World Europa or the World Class as soon as World America comes out. It looks very interesting, and like I said, you have to go to the sushi place to book it. So all around the ship were excursion desks, just dotted around the place, loads of places. And these card acceleration points, so you could put money onto your account or you could pay off the bill. They're dotted all over the place. Then there was a jewellery shop. That's spelled FE, expensive jewellery. Probably would be there. And then at the back of deck 8 we have World Promenade. This is the outside area of the World Europa. And then they have luxury accessories here. Handbags and sunglasses. And then we have a coffee shop which you have to pay for on board. They have a variation of different coffees. There's a nice outside area. This was a really nice space as well, just to be in. And then they have Worlds of Watches and an Omega shop. Very, very, very expensive watches. And then they had the specialty restaurant here. This was a Greek restaurant. I'm not going to try and pronounce the name. It's ridiculously long. And yeah, they did Greek food, and they also had a takeout area as well you could use. And it's also outside seating and inside seating. Here's the takeout place, and just so those stairs to the right, you go up there. They have a terrace as well, which you can have drinks, food. It gives you a really nice view of World Promenade. So this would be really nice in the summer when you could. I don't know if they serve up here though. They also had these panoramic lifts that took you straight to the pool deck. And then this is where the exit of the Venom slide is as well. We'll get onto that when we get up there. Again, here's another one of the panoramic lifts. So this should take you straight to the pool deck. Then right at the back we had two things. Sweet Temptation, which did milkshakes, ice cream, all extra charge. There was no complimentary place here. I had inside and outside seating as well. So a really nice area of the ship. And on the other side we had this bar here, and it was like a cigarette smoking kind of bar. And you got amazing views at the back of the ship. It was a really amazing area just to be in, especially at night with all the lights lit up, and they have a DJ at the bottom. It was just a really amazing and well thought out area by MSC. Now we're going to get into a lift and go up to deck 18. So between 9 and 16, there's no 17 deck. There's just rooms, just different cabins. I do have my cabin tour out. I stayed in a solo ocean view. So if you are interested in that, definitely go and check that video out. That is on my channel. The lifts on this ship were the destination ones. You've probably seen a lot about them on social media recently anyway. Yeah, you basically press a button from the outside and it will tell you which lift, so you can just wait by that one and it will take you up to the floor you want to be at. So now we come out at deck 18, we will come into the inside pool. We're on deck 18. An inside pool, Botanic Gardens pool. Now this was the inside pool on MSC World Europa. And this area included a pool, lots and lots of sunbeds and seating areas. It also was 2 stories, which I will get onto later. It also had 2 enclosed hot tubs like this in like a cocoon kind of thing, which was really interesting. And then it had 2 hot tubs that hang off with a floor to ceiling windows, which were really nice on each side of the ship. And on the upper level they had the Botanic Gardens bar. They had a bar up here, they had some table tennis, football tables, and they would give these out daily, so you would be able to use them. And here are the table tennis. There's 3 for a ship of like 6,000 people. That's pretty good for cruising. And again, they have more seats up here as well. Really, really nice area of the ship. And lots of sunbeds to look at that amazing view. Then moving to the outdoor pool, La Plaga Pool. This was a really big pool. Lots and lots of sunbeds that were out everywhere. Yeah, so it's basically like 2 pools in one. Yeah, it was a really nice area. They did movies, they did like fitness things, they played stuff on the screen. They also had on the staggering staircases like mystery hot tubs in the little areas, which was really interesting. Then they had at the end of the pool deck 2 eateries. One was a bar, one was an eatery, and then one served ice cream as well. Then we have the first buffet. Both buffets were identical, they would just send people to different ones depending on how busy it is. So instead of having one gigantic buffet, they have 2 smaller ones, which serve identical food and look exactly the same. So yeah, lots of seating. They had the click service, got served really quick in there. Staff were really friendly, and a really good selection of food. And they even had these bridges, so sometimes they would send you that way to go to like the less busier sides, or they would decide they're trying to start closing, and then I'll just walk across the bridge and sit somewhere else. And then they would have these outdoor areas as well, which was really nice to have an outdoor area in the buffet that faced inwards to the Wild Promenade. And they were on both levels as well. Literally, they were identical. Then at the back, you have the Zen Pool. There was 2 pools here. Lots and lots and lots of sunbeds. Well, I mean, there's lots. There was genuinely loads of them. There's 1 pool here and 1 pool there, literally identical. They had the sunbeds around the outside. And again, it's literally just the same pool. They were open most of the day, and they had every pool had a lifeguard at its station. As you can see, lots and lots of space. And right at the back of the ship, they had like this like glass walkway kind of thing that you could see to the Wild Promenade, which was really interesting. It's kind of like what was on like the sea view, but there's no like, it's not even on the map. It's just there. There's no name for it. It's just there. So if you want to go to it, it's there. On deck 19, at the front of the ship, you have the Yacht Club. I didn't have no access to Yacht Club for this one, but it was 19, 20, 21, and there's stuff on all of it, but I didn't have access to it, so it's just front of the ship where it always is. Then we have on deck 19, there's 2 hot tubs, more space for some beds, but there's 2 hot tubs that hang off the side of the ship. And then going into the midship of deck 19, we have the Kids and Teens Club. They were all in one area, all 4 of them all together. Then next to that, we have actually the second of 3 arcades. I forgot about one. This was just another arcade. With this one actually had prizes, ones like gravity machines and stuff. But yeah, this was located next to the Kids Club. And just next to this arcade, you have the F1 Racer. This was the F1 simulator. I showed the prices earlier, but this was €11. It was quite cool. They had some theming things. They had a Lewis Hamilton race suit. And it was like in this box where there was a podium, there's some lights, and it was just really cool. It's well themed. No, they are partners with Formula 1. Then here is the second buffet. This is the same footage. I just went on and realised it's identical. When I only had 2 days, it was not really practical to fit it into film. So I was just like, if they're the same, I'll just use the same footage. So this is, yeah, basically exactly the same. And they would just change it depending on how busy each one was. It's quite a good idea. Moving up to deck 20, at the front of the ship, they had the top 20 exclusive solarium. This was a solarium with 2 hot tubs, some seating areas, and a bar. This was exclusive to Aurora guests, and you could also Yacht Club it if you wanted to come this way to use it. It was a really nice area. I didn't have access to it. It was just in early morning, the door was open, so I thought, why not head in? So it's a really nice area and maybe a more quieter area to catch some sun and go in the hot tub. And here is just the seating area. Some beds weren't out because it was actually like 6 in the morning. And then here's another view of the pool deck. Moving to the midship, you have the MSC gym. They have everything you could ever think of, but I didn't go in to film it. The box bar arena and C-plex. This was the sports court, and they had a bar here as well. Never saw it open, but I was only on here for 2 days. Really good sports court. They did roller skating, bumper cars, football, basketball. They did a lot of activities on here, and you'd have to just check the MSC app to see what was going on throughout the day. And then also, which I didn't realise until the end, that there was a video arcade upstairs. Small machines. This is the one I forgot about earlier. Only a few machines, but yeah, if you wanted air hockey that was really quiet, there would be where to go. Then just outside the sportsplex, you have the Surfers Bar. This would be a bar which would do ice cream as well, and this bar would normally be open more than the one inside the C-plex. Really cool themed, and yeah, it's in a really nice area of the ship as well on deck 20. There's also a hot tub right next door to it. And then next to that is the aqua park. This included the water slides. There was 4, 2 racers, a drop slide, and like a flumes ride as well. The flumes ride you could do a VR as well. I did not do that. The drop slide was due to maintenance on that one, so I never got to try it. Also next to that is the kids area. He had some spray things and a pool as well, and this would get very busy when everyone got on board. Even in November, we had quite good weather for November, to be fair. And then at the back of deck 20 we had Venom Drop, which is the 11-story dry slide. When I was very excited about this, because I wanted to compare it to a certain one, but it just wasn't very fast. As you can see me going down, I actually went down, I slowed down, got out my GoPro and started filming. You get a really good view, but it doesn't. This kind of looks quicker than it felt. You felt like, especially at the bottom, I really just like, you kind of just went there. I'm stopping. Like it just, yeah. Going up to deck 21 now. You have like this sun deck, which I didn't really know. It's not. It's just signposted. And it has a hot tub on here. It's really out the way. I did go there and it was still busy. But yeah, it was a really cool area of the ship, and you got a good view of everything on the ship. And this was deck 21. So thank you so much for coming with me on my tour at MSC World Europa. If you have any questions about the ship, please put them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have about MSC World Europa. Check out my cabin tour. My cabin tour is out. I was in a studio ocean view. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, please press the like button and subscribe to our channel. It's very much appreciated, and it really does help me out. I'm also on Instagram, TikTok and Twitter, so links in the description below to go and follow me on those platforms. Thank you so much for watching. It's been Shipface here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.